Hi, it's Hans Johansson. So it's November 2nd, and we now have the USS Truman fleet carrier parked just outside my porch here in Oslo, Norway. Earlier, that's last year, we had Gerald Ford, another US carrier. And I just want to say that I very strongly object to this. I protest against this. The US hegemon, how Norway, the Norwegian politicians are laying down flat for the United States. I am the leader of the political party here in Norway, Alliansen, the Alliance Alternative for Norway. We protest against this. We protest against the aggression, the projection of perceived power towards Russia that is part of this projection of power thing. We protest against the agreement that the Norwegian Parliament, Storting, has done with the United States, opening for United States to have a number of military bases here in Norway where US law is applied at the bases. We very strongly protest against this, and we're going to make moves to object to this. Those fleet carriers, of course, are carrying nuclear arms on board. They will neither confirm or deny that, but of course they do. Of course they do. Everybody knows that. And in Norway, we have a long-standing policy of not allowing nuclear arms at all in Norway, and they're just bypassing that. They made this huge agreement with the United States last year where they allow the United States to use Norway as a ground for their military projection of power, and US law applies. So, you know, they just pretend that the Norwegian Constitution is still intact, and they just made an agreement that, you know, blatantly disregards and breaks the Norwegian Constitution for Norway to be an independent country, a free independent country, and then just say that the Americans can have those bases, but the Constitution is still the Constitution, so they don't feel they have to change the Constitution. This agreement, I've read it, it's a disgrace, because it says right up that this agreement does not break the Norwegian Constitution. So they think that just by saying that this agreement does not break the Norwegian Constitution, that is so. But it blatantly does. Everybody who reads the Norwegian Constitution sees that it breaks it. But that's how America's hegemon of the world and of Norway is projected. We're going to work against this. We're going to make moves to stop this. And I just want to say we object. We object to the American people also. Now that we have the election, I think Donald Trump is going to be elected again. That's a good thing. Versus Kamala being elected, so that's a good thing. But the way that Donald Trump is sucking up to Israel and the Jewish lobby and the Jewish power in the United States is a disgrace. It's disgraceful. I've been a huge Donald Trump supporter. That support is very much tainted by his sucking up for the Jews and Israel. So it's a complex matter. We are keeping up the hard work here in Norway for honesty, truth, justice through our party and through the organizations and people, the great people that we work with. We're going to continue that. Not at least through the legal system, by suing them. We sue them. We started suing them, and we're going to sue them more. And also, when Donald Trump now hopefully wins next week, we have to use that really we have to use the Trump derangement syndrome of the liberal the lefties and really drive them mad and make sure that there's so much psychology in this. The way that the liberals, the lefties, have sort of taken a stance that they have the moral high ground. It's just false. It's a lie, and we just don't accept it. When they project their way, they've built the language and body language and the whole thing, how they sort of pretend that they have a moral higher ground. Just reject it. Just call out their bluff, call out their bullshit. I think that's the most important thing that we have to do now with Donald Trump winning this election, is to just call them out for the bullshit that they are. So with that, we object to that vote. See my other videos. I made a number of videos when Gerald Ford, the other carrier, was here, where I go into much more depth about how this is problematic. And so I have 2 or 3 videos, even in English, about that. So look them up. I'll post links to them below here. Okay, see you around.